We're still in a bit of this heat wave that's happening. We've been having temperatures up in the 90s, and I moved all of the starts up here to the mushroom area so they can be in the shade all day because I got called for jury duty. Civic duty, yay. So I'm just gonna give them a really good watering. In case I'm gonna be gone all day, they can just hang out in the shade. There's a little bit of sun on them right now, but this is just the morning light. They're gonna be in the shade full time here in a minute. Now I gotta pack lunch and hit the road. Well, my number did get called out of like, I don't know, 100, 120. I was set to be there all day and serve on the jury. But then we were waiting and we were waiting. It was afternoon, and the judge came down and said that the parties had came to a resolution on their own and that our services were no longer needed. So that's good news. Now I just gotta get these little ones back into the sun. Overall impressions of the jury selection process, I actually really enjoyed the informative videos that they shared. They talked about unconscious bias, which is something that we all have. I've actually taken little unconscious bias quizzes and found that, oh wow, I had no idea I have unconscious bias, but I do. We all do. So I was really glad that they actually highlighted that and talked about how you can be as fair-minded as possible. So, anyways, I just got a message saying this phone, even though it's only been outside for a few minutes, is getting too hot. So I think I'm gonna go cool off inside and eat some food. I'm really hungry. My friend Annemarie will be coming over later today. We're going to work on our protest posters for the march that's happening on Saturday. And before she gets here, I would really like to get my brassicas and my lettuces planted into this bed right here. I'm going to cultivate a little blood meal in with each transplant. Blood meal is just one of those really high nitrogen fertilizers that's good for leafy growth. And since I'm going to be planting collards and kale and lettuces, I really want to encourage the leafy growth. Yeah. Nico wants to get some love. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. She smells so good. All right, let's get these babes planted. I'm spacing the brassicas a little bit further apart, and I'm going to interplant within them the lettuces, and that way it kind of like the lettuces will get harvested completely before the brassicas, and in the meantime it also helps kind of shade the soil from the sun, which will just help with reducing evaporation and keeping the soil moist, as well as just utilize that bed space for food. As one of the privileged in this country, I believe it is my civic duty to stand up against injustice, especially when it is targeted at the most vulnerable and disenfranchised among us.
People that come here as immigrants, many of them are terrified.
Oh, they look so great, Annemarie. I love them. Good job.
I know, wish we didn't have to be doing this.
Right.
But, here we are.
The No Kings protest is happening today, and we're headed for it with our signs. We hope it's a huge turnout, and we're really excited for the energy, and we want to show up in spirit for this peaceful protest. And first we're gonna fuel up by this amazing soup that Andrea made for us. Yum.
All right, we're on our way to the rally. We see tons of folks walking that way to the federal courthouse.
If you're feeling hopeless, that is your soul telling you to take action.
What demonstration of moral strength is in opposition to the tyranny that threatens our very existence as a country. And this kind of gathering can unite us in a moral movement to save America. And we will not stand down, not now, not ever.
Drinking whiskey. This will be the day that I die.
Well, I can positively say that this is the largest rally and march that I've ever attended. Even bigger than the Women's March, I'm pretty sure. I am just thrilled by the turnout, and it just feels great to be a part of the uprising. So if you haven't yet, join the resistance. Good morning. I was thinking we could sit down and have a little chat. Yesterday was the No King's Day protest, and I had a whole vision of how I wanted to make this video. 2/3 of all of the footage that I shot had no audio. All of the speakers from the different organizations, it was all unusable. I also wanted to have the voices and the words of the people marching saying why they were there, also unusable. So I was really bummed at first. I got home and had just a few clips that I could actually use. Instead, I just want to take a moment to just share why I marched. There's a lot of reasons, so I'm just going to narrow it down to sort of like the top tier. Many people may be aware of the big, beautiful bill that is working its way through Congress. It is theft right in plain sight, robbing the American people of our social safety nets. They want to take away health care. They want to take away food from hungry children. They're slashing the Department of Education, veterans benefits. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So billionaires can have another yacht. I also marched because the executive power overreach is unconstitutional. I also marched because I am a person living in this country with a lot of privilege, and our immigrant neighbors are being threatened like it's Nazi Germany. Our public lands are also on the chopping block. They're just going to sell off our public lands to the highest bidder. I also marched for women's rights. I can't even believe this is the 21st century and we're still having to fight for autonomy over our own freaking bodies. I know can be so overwhelming with all the devastating headline news that is coming out on a daily basis to want to just tune it out. And I get it. And it is important to take those breaks, but it's also important to stay in this fight because it's too important. Self-care is a revolutionary act, and it is what's going to keep you in this fight and keep you centered and grounded and strong. So remember your breaths. That will help regulate the nervous system. It can be helpful to just focus on one or two of your main top issues, whatever they are for you. Dive in, use your skill sets, and network with the people that are fighting the causes that you want to fight. Also, they can't take our joy away. And it's important to connect with your people, whether that be your friend circle, your families, your community that you're connected with. Call them and actually get together with them face to face. Have a dinner party or go for a hike or whatever it is that you enjoy most. You've got to hold on to things in life that bring you joy and connect with your people and move your physical body. We need you strong and healthy, and Movement also helps just regulate our nervous systems. We got to do everything we can to take care of ourselves. I love you all. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day. We're in this together. We got each other's back. I'll see you next Sunday. Cheers. And to all the trolls that like to come out in the comments on these kinds of videos, your comment helps this video reach a wider audience. So thanks for being here. Have a blessed day. Cheers.